Namaste. God bless America. Today, I give thanks to this exceptional country that took me or us in when we were fleeing the political, economic, cultural, and social terror grip of Burnham dictatorship in Guyana. The US or America welcomed me with open arms. It offered me its almost free universal education system, its political and economic freedom. We took full advantage of its material wealth, its cultural benefits. We thrive in this melting pot of cultural integration and diversity. We came here free to create our economic and cultural destiny in whatever form it took, as long as it did not impinge on others. On October 3rd, 1789, George Washington declared a day of thanksgiving to the Lord to take place November 26th. Later, Abraham Lincoln made Thanksgiving an annual holiday. It would be observed on the last Thursday of the month of November. Thanksgiving says a lot about Americans. It reflects America's national identity as a grateful, generous, and inclusive people. When an American takes his place at the Thanksgiving table, or volunteers at the local food bank, or send billions of dollars abroad for humanitarian or emergency aid, he is part of a continuum that dates back to 1621, when the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag Indians sat together for 3 days to share food and fellowship. The friendly coexistence between the English settlers and the Native Americans would only last a few decades, alas. But that original Thanksgiving pointed the way to the diverse people we have become. Every nation derives its meaning and purpose from some unifying quality: an ethnic character, a common religion, a shared history. The United States is different. America was founded at a particular time by a particular people on the basis of particular principles about man, liberty, and constitutional government. The American Revolution drew on old ideas. The United States is the product of Western civilization, shaped by Judeo-Christian culture and the political liberties inherited from Great Britain. Yes, the Jewish ancient books helped shape the cultural and the political landscape of America and also Western civilization, but we seem to forget that these days. Yet, the founding of the United States was also revolutionary, not in a sense of replacing one set of rulers with another or overthrowing the institutions of society, but in placing political authority in the hands of the people. As the English writer G.K. Chesterton famously observed, America is the only nation in the world that is founded on a creed. And that creed is set forth most clearly in the Declaration of Independence, by which the American colonies announced their separation from Great Britain. The Declaration is a timeless statement of inherent rights, the proper purposes of government, and the limits on political authority. The American founders appealed to self-evident truths stemming from the laws of nature and of nature's God to justify their liberty. This is a universal and permanent standard. These truths are not unique to America, but apply to all men and women everywhere. They are as true today as they were in 1776. For if your rights were given to you by men, then they are transient things that can then be taken away by men. But if conferred by God or nature, then they are permanent, inviolable, transcendent. That is a crucial difference. The rights came from God, not from man. Working from the principle of equality, the American founders asserted that men could govern themselves according to common beliefs and the rule of law. Throughout history, political power was and still is often held by the strongest. But if all are equal and have the same rights, then no one is fit by nature to rule or to be ruled. The only source of the legitimate powers of government is the consent of the governed. This is the cornerstone principles of American government, society, and independence. America's principles establish religious liberty as a fundamental right. It is in our nature to pursue our convictions of faith. Government must not establish an official religion, just as it must guarantee the free exercise of religion. Indeed, popular government requires a flourishing of religious faith. If a free people are to govern themselves politically, they must first govern themselves morally. Being an American is more than a matter of where you or your parents came from. It is a belief that all men are created free and equal. Happy Thanksgiving, my dear friends.